Hi. So I just watched the first video and I realized that, well, I wanted to talk about, making money on the internet, but I didn't quite get there because originally I wanted to have a much longer video. And then I thought, well, I'll break it down into a lot of smaller ones. And so I thought maybe I better give you a bit of a sneak peek into what we have coming up ahead. All right. So I'm going to discuss, the lay of the land. All these new internet businesses have showed up and they're causing a lot of our traditional businesses to close down. So what does that mean for us? And what's the opportunity there for us? So we'll look at that a bit. So we're going to look a bit at the potential. It used to be if you were going to start a business, you're probably going to service whoever's in your local area. Nowadays, though, if you're going to start a business, you have the potential to reach everyone in your country and everyone in the next continent and the next continent and the next one. You're talking reaching the billions. That's the sort of potential that you have on the internet. We're going to look a bit into that. We're going to look a bit into, the mentors and what sort of trainers are out there and what we can get from those. We're going to look at systems. We're going to look at the marketing systems that are most effective and that are working out there and the sort of paradigm in which you need to be thinking about if you're going to try and put products out on the internet. We're going to talk a bit about strategy. There's like 6 different types of strategies for making money. There's affiliate marketing, which is where someone has a product and you'll do some sort of revenue share. Basically they have the product, you bring the customer and you share in the profits. That's affiliate marketing. We look at local arbitrage. Local arbitrage is where you get products maybe from a secondhand store, maybe from a market, and then you add value to it in some way. Maybe you clean it up and package it and ship it out to someone through a store like eBay or Etsy. Actually, the short version is buy low, sell high. But if you want to sell high, you probably want to add value. Buy low, add value, sell high. You've seen people do this sort of thing with buying cars, doing them up, selling them, buying houses, doing them up, selling them, and making money on the difference. There's all types of arbitrage systems, from buying cheap designer clothes like shoes and selling them again on websites, buying things like used phones, pop them into a new case, put a screen protector on them, throw in some new cables and some chargers. They all cost you $1, and you double your money for hundreds of dollars. Expert info marketing. This is a new thing. There's so many. Everyone's an expert in something. You're an expert in something. You're better at something than someone that many other people, and there are many people that would pay to have access to your expertise. It could be your hobby. It could be your work. It could be who knows. But this is a new type of business that's on the internet that is making billions of dollars. It's something you can get into. Now, you can either be the expert or someone else can be the expert and you can bring the customers to them. There's different ways you can operate on that. One way you can bring customers to people is you can structure an offer and you can go place an advertisement. So we'll look at those sorts of things. Drop shipping or international e-commerce. This is where, similar to the buy low, sell high strategy, only instead of, say, buying used goods and things like that, you're buying from a manufacturer, you're buying new goods, going directly into China, India, Asia, all over Europe, America, and sourcing products in markets, and then maybe either selling into the same market, like US to US, or maybe selling from China into US, China into Australia, China into Europe. This is a huge, huge business, and people are making lots and lots of money. So we're going to look at that as well, and my thoughts on that. And we're going to go into explore all of these. You notice in the middle of my chart here, I have email. And you notice that all of these little zones, the purple zone is pointing to email, affiliate marketing pointing to email, local arbitrage pointing to email, dropshipping to email. And that is because I want to stress this idea that I'm going to be talking a lot about money and multiplying money and making money and using the internet to do that. But I want to stress that all of these things, it gets back to business. The core thing about business, believe it or not, most businesses are not about making money. Well, at least if you're thinking that way, you're short-sighted and you're not thinking about it in the right way. It's not about making money. It's about creating a relationship with a customer. It's about relationships. It's about people. That's what businesses are about. And if you're treating it in any other way, if you're just treating it about the transactions and how much money am I going to make from this, you're really missing the point, and you're going to do yourself and your customers a great disservice. It's got to be about the people and building relationships with as many people as possible so that you can keep delivering value and service. This is why all of these areas point back to the pink zone, because the pink zone is your means to communicate and to develop your relationships no matter what you're doing. Now, there's many ways to communicate with people, but why is email being singled out? Well, we're going to explore that. And why email is the king of communication over all the other options. We're going to be looking at that. And finally, down the bottom, we have recurring revenue. And we're going to talk about the importance of creating a system in which you can generate future business. No matter which way we go, that's going to be what we have to aim for. You know, building relationships, establishing a relationship, and establishing some way that we can generate recurring business through our relationships. Anyway, that's where we're going. We're going to break those down. We're going to look at those more in detail. And thank you. We're going to the next video, and we're going to start talking about things like money.